Every culture has its stories, but some tales are more than just stories. They are warnings, born from our deepest fears, given form in the creatures that haunt our collective imagination. These are not ghosts of the past, but living, breathing, monsters of modern myth. These are the urban legend creatures. Creature 1, the Slender Man, United States, born not from ancient folklore, but from the digital age. The Slender Man is arguably the first great internet-born monster. In 2009, a Photoshop contest on a forum asked users to create paranormal images. What emerged was a tall, unnaturally thin figure in a featureless black suit, with long, spindly arms and a blank white face. But his most terrifying feature is his lack of a face void where identity should be. The legend grew rapidly online. He is said to stalk children, appearing in the backgrounds of photographs, in the woods at the edge of a playground, or just outside a window at night. He has no voice, only a pervasive sense of dread that precedes him. His arms can stretch and extend, allowing him to grab his victims from a distance. Those who encounter him report memory loss, paranoia, and vivid nightmares before they vanish completely. He is often associated with symbols carved on trees and the manipulation of technology. The Slender Man is the perfect monster for the 21st century, a faceless entity that thrives in the spaces between data and reality, a personification of the fear of being watched in a hyper-connected world. Creature 2, the Jersey Devil, United States. For over 260 years, the Pine Barrens of New Jersey have been the domain of a terrifying creature. The legend begins in 1735 with a woman named Mother Leeds. Already the mother of 12 children, she discovered she was pregnant with a 13th. In a moment of frustration and despair, she raised her hands to the sky and cursed the child, declaring, "Let this one be a devil." When the child was born, it appeared normal at first, but within moments, it transformed before the horrified eyes of the midwives. It grew leathery, bat-like wings, a goat-like head with curling horns, the cloven hooves of a goat, and a long, forked tail. It let out a blood-curdling scream, killed the midwife, and flew up and out of the chimney, disappearing into the pines. Since that night, the Jersey Devil has been a permanent fixture of American folklore. It is blamed for livestock mutilations, unexplained screams in the night, and strange, cloven hoof prints found in the snow. It is said to be immune to bullets and can move at incredible speeds. During a notorious week in 1909, there were thousands of reported sightings across the state, causing schools to close and factories to shut down as armed posses hunted the beast. The Jersey Devil is a classic American boogeyman, a creature born from a curse that has forever stained a vast and lonely wilderness with its malevolent presence. Creature 3, the Chupacabra, Latin America. The name itself means goat sucker, and this creature exploded onto the modern mythos in the mid-1990s, first in Puerto Rico before spreading across Latin America and the southern United States. The Chupacabra is a creature of the night, a vampiric predator that attacks livestock, leaving behind a carcass drained of blood through strange, precise puncture wounds. Its appearance has evolved. Early reports described a reptilian, bipedal creature with sharp quills running down its back, large red eyes, and long claws. However, the most common description today is that of a hairless, dog-like or coyote-like beast with pronounced fangs, a pronounced spinal ridge, and a foul sulfurous odor. This shift is often attributed to sightings of coyotes or dogs with severe mange, but the legend persists. The Chupacabra taps into a primal fear for rural communities, the unexplained loss of livelihood. It is a stealthy, efficient, and alien killer that leaves no trace but its signature, bloodless victims. Creature 4, the Mothman, United States. In the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, from 1966 to 1967, a series of sightings created a legend that would become synonymous with doom. Witnesses described a towering winged man standing over 7 feet tall, with massive wings folded against its back, and its most distinctive feature, 2 large, glowing red eyes set in its upper torso. The Mothman was not just a passive apparition. It was often reported as flying at incredible speeds, keeping pace with cars, and emitting a high-pitched screech. Its appearances were almost universally linked to tragedy. The most infamous connection was the collapse of the Silver Bridge in December 1967, which killed 46 people. Many residents believed the Mothman was a harbinger of this disaster, a terrifying omen that appeared to warn the town of impending catastrophe. While the sightings largely ceased after the bridge collapse, the legend endures. The Mothman represents the fear of the unknown future, a creature that doesn't necessarily cause harm itself, but whose presence is a chilling portent of inevitable tragedy. Creature 5, the Wendigo, Algonquian folklore. North America. From the frozen forests of the Great Lakes and Canada comes one of the most terrifying embodiments of hunger and taboo. The Wendigo is not merely a monster, it is a spirit of insatiable greed and cannibalism. According to Algonquian legend, a human transforms into a Wendigo in one of two ways: being possessed by a Wendigo spirit during a moment of weakness, or the most common origin resorting to cannibalism to survive a harsh winter. The Wendigo is a grotesque, ever-hungry abomination. It is often described as an emaciated, skeletal giant, towering over humans, with skin stretched taut over its bones, giving it a corpse-like appearance. Its eyes glow with a feral hunger, and its lips are often chewed away, revealing long, yellowed fangs. Some legends say its heart is made of solid ice. It is associated with the bitter cold and the howling wind, and its cry is a horrifying high-pitched shriek that echoes through the woods. The Wendigo is cursed with an eternal, relentless hunger for human flesh, but it can never be satisfied. The more it eats, the larger and more ravenous it becomes. It is the ultimate warning against violating the deep cultural taboo of cannibalism, and a symbol of the self-destructive nature of unchecked greed and consumption. Creature 6. The Banshee, Ireland. A creature of pure sound and sorrow, the Banshee is a female spirit from Irish folklore. Known as the bean-sided or woman of the fairy mounds, she is not a malevolent creature who causes death, but a messenger and omen of it. Her appearance varies. She can be a beautiful young woman in a silvery gown, a mournful old crone, or a misty, shapeless form. Her true signature is her wail. When a member of an old distinguished Irish family is about to die, the Banshee will appear near their home and let out an unearthly piercing keen cry of profound grief that chills the blood of any who hear it. Some legends say she is the spirit of a woman from the family who died long ago, forever bound to warn her descendants. The Banshee is a creature of intense emotion, a personification of the grief that death brings, her mournful cry serving as a supernatural herald of inevitable loss. Creature 7. The Chupacabra, the slit-mouthed woman. In the foggy, rain-slick streets of modern Japan, a beautiful woman wearing a surgical mask, a common sight during cold and flu season, might approach you. She will ask you a simple, seemingly innocent question: "Watashi kurai? Am I beautiful?" If you answer yes, she will lower her mask to reveal her mouth slit open from ear to ear in a horrific, permanent Glasgow grin. She will ask you again, "Kori demo, even now?" This is the Chupacabra, the slit-mouthed woman. Your answer now determines your fate. If you say no, she will kill you instantly with the pair of scissors she carries. If you say yes, she will make you beautiful, using her scissors to give you a smile identical to hers. The only ways to escape are to confuse her by giving a non-committal answer: "You look average," throw money or hard candy at her to distract her, or tell her you have a prior appointment. Her origin is murky. Some say she was a woman from the Heian period, mutilated by a jealous husband. Others believe she was a modern-era adulteress who was disfigured in a car accident. The legend erupted in a wave of mass hysteria in the late 1970s, causing real panic among Japanese schoolchildren. The Chupacabra is a potent symbol of vanity, societal pressure, and the terrifying fragility of beauty. A monster who turns an everyday interaction into a life-or-death dilemma. Creature 8. The Aswang, Philippines. Lurking in the shadows of the Philippines is the Aswang, the country's most iconic and feared shape-shifting monster. By day, an Aswang can appear as a quiet, unassuming member of the community, perhaps a neighbor or a friendly vendor. This ability to blend in is what makes it so terrifying. But when night falls, it reveals its true nature. It may transform into a large, monstrous dog or pig, or even a bird. The most feared type, the Manananggal, separates its upper torso to grow bat-like wings and fly in search of prey. The Aswang's primary targets are pregnant women and unborn children. It uses a long, proboscis-like tongue to sip the life from a fetus or a sleeping person from a distance. Folklore offers ways to detect them. They may walk backwards or be revealed when viewed upside down through one's legs. More than just a monster, the Aswang represents deep-seated fears of the unknown and the danger hiding within the familiar. It embodies the vulnerability of the most innocent and serves as a cultural explanation for miscarriages and unexplained illnesses in rural communities. Creature 9. The Baba Yaga, Slavic folklore. Deep in the darkest heart of the Russian and Slavic forests, in a hut that stands on giant chicken legs, lives Baba Yaga. She is not a simple monster, but a complex and powerful archetype, a witch, a cannibal, a nature spirit, and sometimes a source of cryptic help. Baba Yaga is depicted as a hideous ancient crone with a long bony nose and iron teeth. She flies through the air not on a broom, but in a giant mortar, using the pestle to steer and sweeping away her tracks with a broom made of silver birch. Her hut is surrounded by a fence topped with human skulls, and it spins around and only obeys the command. Hut, hut, turn your back to the forest in your front to me, to open its door. She is famously unpredictable. To those who come to her with pride and no respect, she is a child-eating monster who will toss them into her oven. But to the humble and brave who complete her impossible tasks, often involving cleaning her hut or answering her riddles, she may offer magical gifts, wise counsel, or the way forward on their quest. Baba Yaga is the wild, untamable force of nature. She is the harsh winter, the dangerous wilderness, and the raw, amoral power of magic. She cannot be defeated, only survived, and one must always be prepared to pay her price. From the digital forests of the internet to the ancient waterways of the outback, these creatures are more than just scary stories. They are manifestations of our fears of the unknown, of technology, of the wild, and of the darkness both around us and within us. They are the modern mythology, and as long as we have shadows, they will have a place to live. Creature 10. La Llorona, the weeping woman haunting riverbanks and lonely streets across Latin America, is La Llorona, the legendary weeping woman. Her story is a tragic tale of love and betrayal turned into a nightmare. According to the legend, she was a beautiful woman named Maria who drowned her own children in a river after being abandoned by her husband. Overcome with instant remorse, she died by suicide soon after. Now her spirit is condemned to wander for eternity, weeping and searching for her lost children. Air ghostly wails of "Ay, mis hijos, oh, my children," echoed through the night. She is often seen as a spectral figure in a white gown near bodies of water. Parents use her story to warn children not to stay out after dark, as it's said she might mistake wandering children for her own and take them away forever. La Llorona represents the ultimate cautionary tale about the consequences of uncontrolled emotions and the enduring power of a mother's love turned to tragedy.